This is my guy right here.
Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados. Las medias, que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos, que son los de los huevos, que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, perfecta, 120 euros, inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares, la cancha no tiene un solo pozo, el arco tiene 7,20 metros por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, no sabés parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda. Le vas a hacer un pase a tu compañero que está a 1 metro. Y haces así, se la pasas mal. Hijo de puta, eso me puede pasar a mí con esta panza. No hago.
This is Martinelli, by the way, people. This is Martinelli.
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it. You're supposed to be a dinner man, serving dinner to the students in the secondary school. Because you cannot do basic 1+1. You are here breathing heavy like a dog. Think about your life. You are a failure. You are a failure. You can never make it. You know you cannot make it.
Unfortunately, people, this is maybe 70% of our players and football players in general. You know what I'm saying? You can never make it. You should never make it. That's what I would say. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to the two legendary guests I got here. Jez, how you feeling today?
I'm great, mate. I'm great. Yeah, really good. Really good. Looking forward to this show. I think it'll be a legendary chat, as always. BBK, good to see you, my friend. And Rashid, as always. So, yeah, looking forward to it, Bo.
Fantastic. BBK, how you feeling today, man?
I am good, brother. If I'm a legend, we need another word for Jez. If I'm the legend, Jez is an icon or whatever. The GOAT, I can't be in the same sentence with this guy.
Yeah,
this guy. Here.
Facts.
He is. I'm just honored to be here, man. Honored to share a panel with you and the icon that is Jez. And it's always fun to talk the Arsenal with you, man. Not everybody else, but with you, man.
I can sense that. Hey, listen, who wants to talk to these top gooners? Oh my God, you loser. Trust me, BBK. I mean, you've been in these situations. You're gonna meet them a lot on the internet. But it is what it is. The fight. We're going to win the fight. By the end of this season, they will know that we were right about this manager. But first things first, apparently, Arteta wants training sessions. I'm just going to go breaking news. Sessions at Colony held in total darkness so his players can develop a predator level ball trackings. Please, Arteta, stop with this bullshit. Stop with focus on the football. How about focusing on the football? How about you playing with the same style of play that you played last season? What's the point in you getting 15.6 million? What's the point? What are we doing here? Why are we here? I swear to God. It is where it is. Jezza, I want you to comment about that, and I want you to tell us what you thought about the Bilbao game.
Right, let's put this right on the training in total darkness.
Yeah.
Tell me at what point in any game do we play competitive football in total darkness? It's either daylight or it's under the lights. At no point do we play football in total darkness. So what the hell is that all about? That is total Arteta bullshit. right? I can't imagine any other manager making that statement. A top flight manager, even a non-league manager, making a statement to say, "Oh, we've got to train in total darkness to get the predator instinct." Really? Really? What are you doing here? What, they're going to play blindfolded and just go by their ears? I mean, what are we doing? Man, the guys are. This guy is getting worse and worse by every season. Yeah. So what's he going to do? Blindfold them all, right? And then he's going to play "You'll Never Walk Alone" over the speakers, like he likes to do at London Colney. You know, to get the vibe, get the atmosphere. Really, it's.
Well, that went well. We lost that game. We lost that game.
I mean, can you imagine back in the day, people like Alex Ferguson making a statement like that? Jules Graham, Wenger, to name a few. Howard Kendall, great manager at Everton. You know, I mean, come, Jesus, dear God. Anyway, move on from that. Bilbao, good game. Nice to see Grockres get a start. Nice goal. Nearly scored 2. But he doesn't score with his head, by the way.
Apparently.
Nearly scored 2 with his head. Strange that. But let's be honest, yeah. The Emirates Cup is pure PR. We damn near win it every year anyway. I think we've only lost it twice.
Yeah.
It used to be a totally different competition. It was over 2 days, on Saturday and a Sunday. We played 2 games, and the 2 teams that won the most got into the final. But obviously times have changed. Bilbao, to me, that was just a run out for them. Training session. They didn't really look bothered. They didn't look like they were that interested, really. And I think the scoreline flattered us. But this weekend, we go away to Old Trafford. That's going to be the big test. I'm told, guys, BBK and Rashid, I'm told it's going to be a walk in the park. Now, let me tell you this. I've been to Old Trafford probably getting on for 38 different games in Cup and League over my time as supporting Arsenal. I can never, ever think of one game where it's been a walk in the park. It's been a walk in the park for Man United when they beat us up 8-2. And other games of that ilk. Even in the 74 season, when Man United were getting relegated and Arsenal nearly got relegated, right? It wasn't a walk in the park. So I don't know where these people get it from, but we're going to find out Sunday afternoon, and let's see what all these top gooner idiots, I hate that term, but I'll use it, and tell me that this is going to be a walk in the park. Well, we're going to find out very quickly, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's the thing about top gooners. They don't read the history. We've rarely done well in Old Trafford. So what I'm saying, especially when we have a team like this, and apparently they're getting Belabor. If they're getting Belabor, that's a different ballgame. But still, I still think that it's going to be a draw. It's always tough to go to Old Trafford and win. Always, even when they're shit. Somehow, some way, they scum their way to a victory. Big up, of course, to AFC. Big up to Adam Elamino. Big up to Troy. Big up to Terry Tibbs. We'll get to the comments in a bit. BBK, tell us. What's your thoughts on the Bilbao game and the tactics, the Arteta tactics? What's your thoughts on that?
The tactics. He's running out of ideas to motivate the players. His voice is going still. He can't think of anything else to motivate the players, so he's just coming up with dumb shit. And the crazy part about it is, if he hadn't done crazy stuff in the past with the speakers and the light bulbs, they could just dismiss it and say it's not true. But it's plausible. You hear anything crazy about him not, but the pickpockets at the restaurants and all this other stuff, he's running out of ideas to motivate the players, brother. His voice is going still. Like Arne Slot comes into Liverpool, he doesn't have to do any of that stuff, right? But this is indicative to me as a manager who has tried everything, and he knows that the players know that, okay, we've tried what you've said 3 times, and it hasn't worked in 3 title challenges, if you will. So I think that whole thing of him trying to motivate the players with blindfolds on is him running out of ideas. Brother, Martinelli can't see the pitch with the lights on in broad daylight. it's broad daylight and he's dribbling the ball out of bounds, or he's overhitting the pass. So he's meant to do better in the dark. I mean, if you can see behind me, like these are military plaques, yeah? Because I'm a military man. Brother, you train as you fight. How you train is how you fight. You like just said, you play in the, so like,
you never play in the darkness. So what's the point in the senses? And
yeah. But now the biggest takeaways that I got away from the Bilbao game is that none of the guys came off with serious injury. I'm glad Gyökeres did score, because I think if he didn't score and Havertz did come on and score the goal that he did, the Havertz is starting at Old Trafford would have more legs. He shouldn't have any legs for me, but he does have legs, because right now I can't sit here with any degree of certainty and say Gyökeres is going to start. I want him to, but he might start Kai because he scored. Kai Havertz may have scored the best goal of the bunch of the 3 goals that we scored. Normally, he looked like a man under pressure when he got that ball. It looked like he made his mind up at the halfway line. I'm going to score. I was shocked that he stayed on his feet when he absorbed that first contact. I thought he was just on a fall. I seen him fall over when no one touches him. The fact that he absorbed the contact and decided I am going to score, I was like, okay. Now, in this capacity, I'm not the biggest fan of Kai Havertz, but in this capacity, he is useful. If we're up 2-0 and he comes on and kills off the game, he's trying to earn his spot, fair play. But if that game was 0-0 or we were down 1-0, does he equalize? Does he give us the go-ahead winner? I'm not sure, because I've seen him when we were flying high against Man City, when we were 2-0 up, he drops his goal and he puts one in the far corner. But in the first half, when he got one, he put it wide. Then he got the second chance. He didn't want it. He passed it to Odegaard, 6 yards from the goal. Gyökeres isn't doing that. So the takeaway, I'm glad no one got injured. I don't know what Arteta was doing. When I saw Ben White come on, I thought Timber came off the pitch. But he moved Timber to left back and played Ben White at right back, and then brought Skelly on later. You know, so I don't know what his tactics are there, but Bilbao run out for them, like Jess said. I was more impressed with the performance of certain players, Zubi, Gyökeres, and that. The result was, of no consequence still, but the performance was good, and I'm glad no one, left the pitch with any kind of major injury. So I'm calm with that.
No, I hear 100%. I hear that, bro. Big up to Views for the raid, of course. Big up to Views. Smash the likes up, like he's saying. Smash the likes up, like to Jez and BBK. His pinned comment. But you know what? You said something about Havertz, and I think Havertz did well. And I don't know, of course, I want to ask you guys as well. I think he scored that goal just because he knows that he's under pressure this season. You are not going to play if you do not score goals like that. Because you know what the thing is that Giroud used to score beautiful goals at training. When it comes to the game, different story. Obviously, the Giroud that Chelsea and went on to do madness. I'm talking about the Arsenal one. Sonogo, these strikers all can score when they're not under pressure. See, when it's under pressure, it's a different kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different rules. That's why the GA is a bit rigged. It's a bit rigged, that GA. You know what I'm saying? If you're not playing on any under pressure, I don't know. Even TT, the king, Thierry Henry, he missed that chance against Barcelona. He scores that chance, different game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a different game if he scores that chance. But I think Gyökeres is a great addition, man. I really do think he's a great addition, and he's gonna really help us get to the promised land after this manager leaves. Because I still don't believe that this manager will get the best out of him. I'm gonna stick by 15 goals a season. Do you know what I'm saying? 15 goals. That's what I think he's gonna score. Because under this system, oh my God, this system still stinks. People think just because we beat Bilbao that the system is different. The only thing happened against Bilbao is the plan A worked. That's what it is. Plan A worked. We've seen it before. It's not like we're not going to beat any team. You can't not just beat any team spending £1 billion in 6 years. You can't. That's not going to happen. But one of the biggest issues I've seen at Arsenal right now is the left wing position and the left back, the left side. It is a big, big problem in this squad. And I'm at a point where, like, I'm rating Madueke better than Martinelli. It's madness, BBK. It's madness. Jezza, what's your thoughts on this left wing situation, knowing that we don't have we don't have the players that you can really go out there and challenge for a title. What's your thoughts on the left wing problem?
Still weak, mate. Still weak. Chatting about this earlier and yesterday on Shane Gooner's channel. It's quite evident we're not strong enough there. When we look at this right now, if we get injuries on that left flank, we're exposed. We got exposed so many times last year, right? Skelly is not a left back. He's a left midfield. And he has been caught out in pre-season friendly. He got caught out when he was on the halfway line, right? Now, that I think was just a bad mistake that day. I'm not going to call him out too much for that one, to be honest. But the fact is, when you look back, I mean, in comparative terms, I was doing my all-time 11 Arsenal with Shane last night. When I look at what I picked, I had Ashley Cole, Robert Pires, Thierry Henry, all world-class players.
Speak on it.
Right? You can't tell me that any one of those left field players are world-class. In fact, you can't tell me anybody in the Arsenal squad is world-class. We don't have them. Yes, they may play for their countries, but they're not world-class. They're not stand-out, punch-you-in-the-face players. They're good, but they're not excellent. And that is what I call world-class. Now, the thing is, yes, you're right. Plan A worked against Bilbao, but a team really weren't that bothered about it all. You know, they've come over for a day out in London, have a nice time, play a game and go home, right? Probably brought all their wives with them, right? After that game, they've probably gone into London, got the flight home on the next day and had a good time in London. Why not? Can't blame them. I do the same. But this season is starting on Sunday afternoon, right? At the moment, we've got a pretty much fully fit squad. I think there's a couple that are still niggling, which we will see what happens when the intensity really starts. Because let's be honest, that game against Bilbao didn't have great intensity, did it?
No,
it didn't. It wasn't a competitive game. Now, my point I'm trying to make before I shut up and let BBK come in here, right, is we go to Old Trafford Sunday, totally different game. It's a cauldron. Going to Old Trafford is they hate us as much as we hate them. So it's going to be a little niggles here, little niggles there, as it always has been in history. It's always been the same. I wouldn't be too surprised if somebody picks up a knock, somebody picks up a strain, and then we have to revise what we're looking at in the team. Am I confident going to Old Trafford? No. I think, let me backstep. When I first saw the fixture list come out, right, with our squad against theirs at the time, I said, I think Arsenal nick it 2-1. I've changed my mind on that now. I reckon it will be a draw.
Yeah.
Probably be a ball draw, 1-1, 2-2. All depends with Grockers starts and turns up on the day. Odegaard likes to go missing in the big games. Well, he needs to step up and be a proper captain now, because we've got to show absolute 100%. Because as I said the other day, and I said it tonight, right? We have got to win a major trophy this season, or Arteta has to go. And if we're out the race come end of October, a lot of people are telling me this, if we're out the race by come end of October, then he must go. Because Liverpool is strengthened, Man City is strengthened. Looks like Rodrygo, Donnarumma, going to Man City.
You heard about that one. Even Rodrygo as well.
Yeah, Sesko's gone to Man United. Right. Isaac, I think, will probably stay at Newcastle. But Spurs are favourites to get Eze, a player we were in for, pissed asked about again. Didn't do the business like just do the release clause, get it job done and over. But we spent out 54 million for Madueke. Done it in a week. Another Chelsea player, another reject player. But we can do that in a week, but we can't get Eze.
That's coming next. That's coming next, Jez. But the BBK. But one question, Jez. Do you think even if he has if he has a bad start to the league, and this will go to BBK as well, do you think he will be sacked by October or November? Let's say.
I'll tell you how I think it will pan out. Right. If we have a bad start of the season, I've predicted. Right, and I'll go back to my original predictions. I said out of the first 7 games, we could get 7 points. Okay, that's my original prediction. If we're in that sort of situation, Liverpool, Man City get off to a flyer, which I think they could possibly do, then we're in a tough position. I don't think he'll get sacked. No, I don't. I don't think so. No, I think he'll carry on, but if we are capitulating, say end of November, and we go into Christmas and we're still playing absolute dog shit, and we're out the race, gone, job done, we're out the League Cup, because we know he'll throw that in the bin. Then we come into January, 3rd round FA Cup. Well, we know what he does with the FA Cup. Never got past the 4th round. Then I think the pressure will be seriously on him by the fans and possibly the management, the board. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Cronky, Josh, has said this year, right, these players have come in now. You've got to win big. And I don't mean a cup, domestic cup. It's got to be something big. Premier League, Champions League. And if we're not playing well in the Premier League, then I think he might fall on his sword and walk away.
Hopefully, like BBK, just look to the sky right now. Please, God, please. Just a gift of Arteta leaving this club. But BBK, I'm hearing a lot of talk about how Madueke bossed that game. He bossed it, and that all our left wing. It's not a problem if we go to next season with this left wing. Do you think it's a problem, left wing and left back? Because I seriously think that's a big problem in this squad. But what's your thoughts on it?
The left wing is a massive problem. Now with Madueke, there are things that Madueke did well when I saw him come on. I'm not gonna lie, but I also see him didn't beat the first man with a cross. In the 80th minute, there was the play when he tried to cross the ball with his left foot. Madueke is left foot dominant. Hit the first man. That's the same play when Declan Rice made a mess up the corner and had to sprint 80 yards to win it back. I don't know if you remember that one. So I've seen him do some good things, but I also seen him do that. Right? So the Madueke thing, I'm not so. The problem is we've just been starved on that left-hand side for so long that any flash of good, we're gonna hype it up because you know how our fans are, especially online, right? But if I may touch on what Jess said about Eze, going to Tottenham and all that stuff. First of all, like weeks ago, I said I don't think we're getting Eze. I knew Rodrygo was a pipe dream to begin with. The chances of us getting with Eze was a 1 out of 10 for me, and for this reason, we all know that he didn't want Gyökeres, right? Gyökeres comes, gives him a selection headache. If it was Sesko, he could have been Sesko for Havertz. Gyökeres comes, clearly the better player. Even if Gyökeres didn't score, I like what he did on the pitch. His movement, his aggressiveness, him being direct. One headache at a time for Arteta. He doesn't want, because as they comes, he gets another headache with his captain. Now he has to either drop him or force him to play left mid. Because Eze is a 10. He's not going to force Eze to play out left. Eze does his best work in the number 10. We've seen it his entire career, right? So he can only deal with one headache at a time. Any other manager who is worth their salt will say, give me all the good players. I'll figure it out. Give me all of them. Good players? No manager is going to turn down good players. Eze is a fantastic player. Best sporting director on the market, we went and got him. right? That's what they said about Bertha, right? Gyökeres was the best available striker on the market. We went and got him. Zubi, we were told the best 6 on it. We went and got him. Is there a better available 10 in the market right now than other than Eze? England international. As soon as Madison went down, I said, Daniel Levy, at least he's going to ask the question. He owes it to his fans. And if it's one guy who's not emotionally attached to anything, it's Daniel Levy. He didn't let the trophy hoopla of them parading by our stadium force him into thinking we can keep Ange. No, you were bad in the league. You lost 22 games. You got to go. Thank you for the trophy. You got to go. So I think Arteta can really only manage one headache at a time. And that headache is Gyökeres. Madueke is a nice guy. Wasn't great at Chelsea, so you can't come to Arsenal and demand anything. You just have to fall in. As it comes to Arsenal, hey, you're gonna play me, bro. It's a World Cup year. I'm better than all your attacking midfielders. You're gonna play me. I'm the FA Cup winner. Play me. One headache at a time. Now, what kind of manager will turn down a good player? Someone that can improve your squad. That's the question I keep asking. If you're a manager, are you going to turn down good players? If you're managing anything, not just football. If you're managing an IT section, you want the very best guys. If you're managing production and development for Apple or Android, you want the very best software engineers. Who is going to turn down good players? Eze is a fantastic player. And I believe if Arteta wanted Eze at this club, he would have been here.
Facts.
I'll shut up here for a minute before I get myself worked up.
It happens. It happens. That's what happens. Do you know what it is? The Eze was going to be the next question, but like you said, the left wing is a problem, and it will still be a problem. Big up to everyone that's locked in as well. Big up to Touchline Facts, what you saying, broski? Static. Big up Prom, of course. Every time AFC. DJ Crane is saying, how is it a headache though? If Odegaard is pushed to the right and Saka cuts back inside, Eze would run to the 10 spot.
It's a headache because he doesn't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. He does not want to do that. That forces him to make a change. A change is a headache for Arteta. He likes to do the same. He's used to what he's used to. A different manager welcomes that. That's my point. And I'm sorry, DJ Crane, if I didn't articulate that properly. But what I'm saying is a manager, a Wenger, a Pep, always give me all. That's a good problem to have. Give me a headache with good players. Give me a selection headache is what I was alluding to. He doesn't want that.
The thing is, BBK, you've nailed it right on the head there, right? And you've just summed it up for the last 3 years. He's so predictable. Okay, and if we can see it, you telling me that seasoned top flight managers can't see the same? He could be undone tactically so easily, and that is his problem, because he doesn't have the foresight to change it up. He will play the same rigid system that he always plays. He doesn't have a plan B, a plan C. It's plan A, plan A, plan A. We saw it so many times last season when we were in a position winning 1-0. The other team equalised. We need a goal. 10 minutes to go. What's he do? Brings on defenders to try and save face. Because that's what he does. Because he doesn't know any other way. Because he's not a seasoned, experienced manager. You think now, after 5 odd seasons, he'd have learned that I can't do this tactic. I've got to change this up. Because all he does is tinker. He doesn't make the big changes and think, right, okay, we're 1-0 up. We're getting overrun in midfield, which happened so many times last year, and we lost games from a winning position, or we drew from a winning position. 12 games we drew last season from a winning position. That's disgraceful. That does not win you leagues. Now, people that argue at the Arteta sections will say, well, the Invincibles did that. Yeah, but the Invincibles didn't lose any games. And the Invincibles came from being losing games, right, to winning games. Or drawing a game. So that's a big difference. This manager doesn't have that technical nous to do it. And it's going to be the same shit this year, guys. Same shit.
Same shit, different year. 100%. I agree. I agree 100% with what you said. The thing is that we were winning. We were from winning positions. Where you see this manager change absolutely nothing, and then the opposite manager already has read what Arteta plays or his style of play, and just contradicted it. He went against it. And he won, and they get the game and they get the draw. That's the thing about Arteta. He's too stubborn. He's too stubborn in his ways. We thought maybe throughout the years you'd live and learn. You'd learn on the job. Do you know what learning on the job means? It means that you get a job, you're not doing well at first, makes sense. You make a couple of mistakes, but you learn from them. Next season, we don't want to see the same mistakes, but he does the same mistakes. Next season is going to be the same mistakes as this season, if not worse. And these people are happy because we ended pre-season on a win. If we didn't beat Bilbao, it would have been a different story. But Bilbao, just so you know, guys, Bilbao lost to Man United 4-0. That tells you everything. But AFC saying, do not be fooled by the Cronkies giving Arteta all this money. It's the club's money, not theirs. I believe they have only put in over 2.5 million out of their back pocket. Thanks. But the thing is that AFC, is that for the top gooners that love this manager and I want him to win so bad that last season when it was January and when we weren't doing well, what did they do? They blamed the Cronkies. They said, "Oh, you didn't give him money enough." You've heard it. Yeah, you didn't give him money enough. You didn't give him these players. Now this season, he's got all the players that he wants. That's the thing. People don't understand that Arteta, the players that Arteta wants, we don't want. It's a Madueke. It's a Moreno. It's a Calafiori. We don't want these players. Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't want Gyökeres. He wanted Sesko. And everybody in this fan base, I know for sure, did not want Sesko. They did not want him. And moving...
I'm sorry.
Go on.
No, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, moving on, just Eze is the best example you can get. Eze. It was a simple transaction. You go out there and you give them 68 million and you get the player. If you are smart, you let it expire and then you negotiate from a strong point. Yeah. Because everybody knows Eze wants to leave. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, for me, we were
too busy with the Gyökeres deal.
No, it's not even the money thing for me, Rashid. It's the decision making by Arteta and his cronies, right? So, for example, okay, after the first failed title charge, right, in 22-23, they got together in a boardroom and made a decision that, okay, we failed to maintain our lead. And they thought to bridge the gap on Man City was Kai Havertz. They made that decision. Fast forward a year later after another failed title charge. This is Edu's words now. After the transfer window, he called Sterling an opportunity signing. That's what he said. No plans to sign Sterling. That's what he said. His words. Not yours, not Jed's, not mine. So what do I take from that? I take from that you were comfortable going into another season challenging with Man City, signing Mikel Moreno and Calafiori. You thought that was enough to bridge the gap. I have to question your judgment. These are the decisions that they made. So now I'm looking at this transfer window, and I think they're confident that one addition to our starting lineup in Gyökeres, because Zubi is a replacement for Partey. There's no addition there. Norgard is, when he starts in the six, we see what he looks like. Everyone else is here for depth. So they think Gyökeres is the only addition to our squad is enough to not compete with one, but two of the juggernauts who have won 7 of the last 8 Premier League titles. When you are making those bad decisions, I cannot blame the Kroenke for that. I have to blame you.
Especially how Liverpool and Man City are moving. Do you know what I'm saying? The way they're signing players. Look at how smart the way they're signing players. They're getting, if they get Donnarumma and Rodrigo, we are in a lot of problems this season. Yeah. Hey, listen, I really do. If they do get these two, Man City, I think we're getting 3rd place, 4th place. Ain't no way we're going for the title. No way. Because Gyökeres is not enough. Gyökeres was not enough. And they kept Gyökeres deal, make us forget about the Eze deal. How can you not work on 2 deals at the same time? Who said that you can't work on 2 deals at the same time? And the Eze deal was pretty easy. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a pretty easy deal. It's from Crystal Palace. You can bully them. Let's be honest. You can bully Crystal Palace. All due respect, big up to them for winning, of course. They deserve it. I'll be real. They really do deserve it. Big up to Glasgow as well. But it was an easy deal. What are we doing here? Eze.
They can make
Eze now is going to Spurs. Now he's going to Spurs, and we're going to end up with nothing because they'll tell us that nobody else is available in this transfer market.
They can spin this all they want to and make these deals sound like they're difficult, right? But we have eyes and we look at this, okay? When you want to win, you look at what the winners do. People who are winning. Okay, Chelsea just won the Club World Cup. I've seen with these two eyes. I've seen Chelsea. I've seen Nico Jackson get a red card in a quarterfinal. João Pedro was on a beach in Brazil, brother. He was on a beach in Brazil. Chelsea went and flew him from a beach in Brazil to these United States, got him a medical, and played him that weekend. And he scored 2 goals and fired them into a final. They did that. They recognized a problem and they solved it in a week. And you meant to tell me we've had 3 months and we can't solve our problems. They can make these deals sound complicated. Oh, we're negotiating and this and that. And stop it. These deals can get done. If you are deliberate and you're serious, you can get these deals done. And I do think Donnarumma ends up at Man City because there's been noise around Edison for the longest. Him going to Saudi and all that stuff. I think he goes there. And if they get Rodrygo, and if Savinho goes to Tottenham, and Eze goes to Tottenham, and they already got Kudus, Tottenham may give us hell.
God, please, because that was City's problem. Biggest problem was they were getting old. That midfield was getting old. The wingers as well. With Rodrygo's addition, with Shirky, with the players that they have in that midfield, they'll start playing that football that Guardiola wants. And let's not forget, Guardiola's back with his wife. So the wife problems are gone. Do you know what I'm saying? The wife problems are gone.
This is Guardiola was the best side of the summer.
Listen, you're human. Do you know what I'm saying? You're human after all. You know, we're all human. And yes, he's a manager, but it is going to affect him. Yeah. That deal would affect him. Do you know what I'm saying? That divorce would. But it is where it is. Eze deal is gone. I really do believe. I mean, Jez, what's your thoughts on the Eze deal going to Tottenham? Do you?
Oh, I think it's disastrous for us. He's a player we need, and you know we had him. He's in our youth squad, and we released him. Big mistake. Mm-hmm. But the fact is this petulance by Eze. I'm not saying this is. It's just a thought that he's saying, "Well, you pissed me off, got rid of me years ago. Why do I want to come back to Arsenal?" And my only reason I'm thinking this, right? Who's our tribal rivals? Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, look, we've got bigger rivals out in success outside of Tottenham: Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, etc., etc. I'm just throwing that in there because you know, it could be where he's thinking. Mm-hmm. Well, you fucked me off years ago. You got rid of me. I'm now at Palace, and now Spurs have come in for me. Up yours.
Yep.
But in seriousness, I think we could have got him. He was interested. That's facts. But we just didn't do the deal. We didn't do the release calls. It could have been so easy. The guy is literally 25 miles down the road. Not even that far. 15 miles down the road from the Emirates to Selhurst Park. Right? No problem. Go down, pick him up, do the business, get it done, job over. But we don't do that, guys. We don't do that anymore. It's all pontificating. So much complications. But we don't do it with Chelsea rejects. We just go and buy them. Mm-hmm. No argument. They want 54 million. There you are.
He's 48 up front. West London is the same distance. The same distance to go to West London to South. It's just look, the whole complication thing where they try to obviously insult our intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it is insulting because they're always like, oh, it's complicated. You don't know how deals are done. You don't know how long it takes. I'm sorry, it's Eze. He plays for Crystal Palace. Nobody else wants him apart from us. It's pretty simple to me. Okay? It's not like we're going for Rodrygo and everybody in the world wants him. That's a complicated deal. But Eze from Crystal Palace to Arsenal is not a complicated deal because Madueke wasn't. He was playing Club World Cup. He was playing Club World Cup. And we paid 48 up front. So we had the money. Do you know what I'm saying? We had the money there. Speaking of money, we're seeing no sales at this club. We haven't sold anyone. I mean, it's quite concerning because every time we do get an offer, Arteta rejects it. We had an offer for Martinelli. Arteta rejected it. We had an offer for Kiwior. Arteta rejected it. I don't know how. I don't know why. What was he thinking? Rejecting the Kiwior deal, because we've got Mosquera now and he's way better than him. I know for a fact 100% Mosquera is better than him. You tell me, oh Rashid, you haven't saw him, you only saw him for a game, blah blah blah. No, it's enough to tell you. The goal against Newcastle, the goal against Villarreal tells you everything about that defender. Speaking of Kiwior and Zichenko, we've received two offers for them apparently, for Kiwior and Zichenko. I think Kiwior was an Italian team and Zichenko is Tottenham. It's Fenerbahce. I think Mourinho wants Zichenko. Jez, what's your thoughts on this Kiwior and Zichenko deal? Because apparently we can't sell them because of obviously the high wages for Zichenko and Kiwior. Arteta saying no. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think there's two sides to this. Yes, you're right. Overly high wages. That's the Arsenal way. We've seen it for so long, even for Arteta. We saw it under Wenger. We pay players way too much, and even if we start them on an average, new contract, double it. Look what we did with Ozil. Playing shit, give him 300 bags a week. I mean, where's the sense in that one? But I think also there's a situation here that currently, Arteta said, I quote, "We need a bigger squad." Now, last season and the season before and the season before that, he didn't want a big squad. But I think maybe he's changed his mind after the awful injuries we suffered last year, and they were bad because, hey, we didn't have a big squad and players were overplayed. And therefore, we ended up with players out for 3-4 months at a time, operations, So maybe now, Arteta don't want to get rid of these players. He's thinking, well, I might need them as backup. Because if we go into this season with the starting 11 that he always likes to go with, and if Saka gets injured, which he probably will, right, and another one gets injured, as in Timber, right, he likes to get the odd injury, doesn't he? He needs people to back it up. So maybe this is his way of thinking, well, I don't need to buy anyone, right? I don't need to because I've already got players in the squad that I can use as a backup. Now, that's logical thinking, yes. But the likes of those players, they're not good enough. Zichenko is dusted. Trossard, I like Trossard, to be honest with you. I think he's an impact sub, and he's proven that. Lokonga, waste of bleeding time. Or not good enough. So, but they can do a bit part. They could probably be decent in like the League Cup. He'll play possibly youngsters, a bit like what Wenger used to do. He'd bring the kids in, give them a go. And let's be fair, those kids back in 2016 got us to the League Cup final against Birmingham, which unfortunately we capitulated in. But at the end of the day, that could be his thinking now. Oh, can't do what we did last year now. Got to have a bigger squad. But we can't buy anybody, or we're not going to buy anybody. So we'll keep what we got. I don't know. There's two thoughts on that one. That's my view on it anyway.
No, 100%. But the thing is, what I want is the difference not to be that big between the players. For example, Gabriel to Kiwior is a huge Rice to Moreno, huge gap. Zubimendi to Norgard, huge gap. We're talking these players, there's a huge gap between them. BBK, what's your thoughts on this whole selling situation? Do you want to sell? Do you want to keep?
I'm kind of conflicted. What I say about the selling is that I'm gonna give Bertha all the grace with these outgoings because he had nothing to do with these shit contracts, right? So if he can't get them out, I understand. He had nothing to do with putting our third choice left back on 150K. Yeah, now, if he can get money for Jesus, fair play to you. But if you're gonna loan him out, if he's on 260, and you're gonna loan him out, and we still have to pay 200, keep him. Keep him. Because with ball to his feet, he's better than Madueke, right? And now you may not need him for you may only get 15 games out of him, but ball to feet, he's a better footballer than Madueke. He has at least made a Brazilian squad. You changed Madueke's name to Madueke Dino. He is not making a Brazil squad. He just don't have the quality. But yeah, it's just annoying to me that the whole sell to buy thing only applies to players that we could actually use, like a Eze or someone that could move the needle for us. Whenever it's a Chelsea throwaway, all of a sudden we conjure up the money, right? So no one can convince me that Arsenal Football Club don't have $32 million laying around, 32 million pounds laying around. Madueke was 48, but that's $80 million. That's Rodrygo money. You ask Real Madrid the question, they'll at least answer or ask you for $5 more million. I like Trossard too, Jez, but if you add up Trossard and Martinelli, you probably have the perfect winger. If you add Martinelli's work rate and his speed with Trossard's tech, you have a good winger. But guess who does? Rodrygo. He has all the skill, all the work weight, and all the tech. And I've always said, like, this is why I love Jez, because Jez said it earlier. And when people have been asking me, who do I want this and that on the left wing? I mentioned one name. I said Robert Pires. That's the level. That is the level. That's the last time we won the Premier League that playing on our left side. We haven't had a player close to him since Alexis Sanchez. That's the level. It's TT, it's Van Persie for our striker. That's the level. Even Aubameyang, as good as he was still a drop-off from Van Persie and TT. But that's the level in that range. Our left wing, we're so far off it right now. And the closest thing on the market right now to our left winger that could talk to Robert is Rodrygo. And I can't give Bertha too much slack. He's been here 6 months and he inherited a bunch of bad contracts. Martinelli on 180. Who is doing that? Luis Diaz just won the league at Liverpool. He was on 60. Martinelli's making 3 times the amount that Luis Diaz was making. What are we doing? Zichenko on that type of money. So I understand that the pickle that he is in right now. He doesn't have to answer for that. But moving forward, if he's bringing in new men, putting them on some ridiculous wages, now if he can negotiate Kai Havertz to take a lower deal, I'm here for it. Right? I was calm with Aubameyang making what he was making. He was our best player. Like no one at Man City is complaining about how Haaland's making because he's scoring goals. You know, so I understand the pickle that Bertha is in right now, but I can't give him too much slack for the lack of outgoings. I just hate that they use the lack of outgoings as an excuse to sign players, but they're always, not some of the time, for Kai Havertz, for Kepa, for Madueke, they always find the money when it's a Chelsea player that we're picking up or a player that Arteta wants.
100%. Big up Sam Blancos for the raid. Love for the raid. Thank you. Big up to you, my friend. And yeah, unfortunately, that's the way with Arsenal. And I'm saying, if you tell them we'll keep the players, the thing is that the players that we have aren't good enough to go and win the title. Just if we can go player for player with Liverpool and City, listen, it's just a big difference. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big difference. If we go player for player for City, you know what? Let's go do this. Player for player with City. Man City. Let's go do this.
What he has to do, right? Arteta has to look at Man City and Liverpool. It's not like you're playing Man City and Liverpool for 38 games. You have to look at Liverpool in isolation. You have to look at Liverpool and say to yourself, 6 points. If that's your job, your responsibility is to take 6 points off of them because you can't count on anyone else to do anything. You can't count on Heung-min Son to bend one around, in match week 35. As your job when you go to Anfield or when they come to us is to get 6 points from them in isolation, from Liverpool and from City, and you let everyone else do what they do. So if he's looking at the season and he's like, okay, over 38 games, all the games are going to be as tough as Liverpool. No, Liverpool are going to give you a completely different challenge than a Sunderland. On Sunday, like Ruben Amorim will give you a problem to solve. Can you solve it? Do we trust Arteta to solve that problem? Because against Villarreal, yeah, that goal that Danjuma scored, that counter-attacking goal, my brain automatically went to Mbeumo. I can see us up the pitch trying to probe, trying to break their lines. Odegaard has it in him to give the damn ball away. Bruno has a hoof pass in him over the top. And Mbeumo running into that's what he does. Midfield. He does at Brentford. He scores a lot of counter-attacking goals. So we have to be careful with that. We cannot let them score first because we've seen what Tottenham do in the preseason. They scored first and they said, okay, here's a problem. Low block, solve it. And he couldn't.
No, facts, 100%. I agree with you. Look at their squad. Look at their squad. They got Trafford in goal. Trafford second goalkeeper. Diaz, Rangers, Stones, Ake, Marmoush, Kovacic, Haaland, Doku, Nico Gonzalez, Rodrigo. Obviously, Rodrigo's out for 2 months, I think. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Nouri, Gvardiol, Akanji, Savinho, Nunes, Shirky. Maybe Savinho will be replaced by Rodrigo. Even bigger problem. Even bigger. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the players that they have. If we talk about our squad, we probably have, let's say, Saliba, Gabriel, Rice, Gyökeres, Saka. Can't even say Martinelli no more. That's about it. Apart from the youngsters, which we're not going to play, so they don't. You're talking about 5 good players in the 24 squad that are of the level of Man City players or Liverpool players. I'm not even going to check the Liverpool players because I already know. I can name them by heart. They're better than what we have. The standards are just different. That's the thing. But unfortunately, it is what it is. That's the Arsenal. We have to go another year of this bullshit. But the season's starting, guys, and the first game is against Man United. Jezza, you want to tell us about it before we wrap up the show? Want to tell us your thoughts about Man United game? What would you do? Obviously, Arteta's going to do the exact opposite of what we want. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
Well, I think it's going to be a typical Man United Arsenal game. The one thing Arteta cannot do in this game is sit back. He cannot do that at Old Trafford, right? From minute one, Arsenal have got to go and show intent to say, right, Man United, this is Arsenal. We're coming to your ground and we're going to take it from you. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, we know what can happen with Arsenal. We have proved ourselves, right, 2 seasons ago at Liverpool that we could do it. 2-0 up 3 seasons ago, was it now? Mm-hmm. 3 seasons ago. 2-0 up. Right, cruising. Liverpool crowd was shut. Didn't know what to say. Xhaka did Xhaka shit, and we know what happened after that. Now this game, right? We've got to go and show absolute 101% intensity. Mm-hmm. Say to Man United, we ain't no pushover here. We're coming and we're going to give you a game. Now, first game of the season. I want no excuses from the sexuals. Oh, but no. It's 101% from minute one. Put Man United on their back foot. I mean, they're not great, but they're not as shit as they were with that lot they've just brought in. So I want Arteta to set that team up to prove to me and the Arsenal fans, we're going for it. We are going for it 100%, and we ain't going to let them walk us over. Because I'll tell you right now, Man United will. First game at home against Arsenal. They're one of their biggest ever rivals outside of Liverpool. They're going to want to put a pointer down. They're going to want to put and say, Arsenal, you bought Gyökeres. Yeah, you bought Zubi. Big up. Well done. Look at us. We've just put one over on you again. No. Arsenal, you've got to turn up and you've got to fight this one. show you got some bollocks, mate. And Arteta, you get this one wrong, and people are going to be straight on your back. You're under pressure now, fella.
Yeah.
You spent
100%.
money. You spent money. So now you've got to turn up and prove yourself. Otherwise, you lot are going to be hung out to dry. Fact.
100%, 100%. He's under a lot of pressure this season. Even the top gooners, the on the fence gooners, the political gooners, they're on his case. They're like, listen, if you don't win the title this season, you are gone. You are gone. And I believe that he will. But I do believe he's got a year. Unfortunately, it's going to be a snore fest. Trust me, people. It's going to be side to side. If we don't get SA or a player that can play in that midfield, snore fest. But BBK, what's your thoughts on the Man United game, man?
It's got 1-1 written all over it, man. I don't think we lose the game. You know, it's Man United. It don't matter how bad they are. I seen them. They were absolute ass last year, and they went to Anfield and almost won. You know, they 2-2, and Harry Maguire had a late chance to win against their rivals. They usually turn up, and they hate us as much as we hate them. I would love to be able to sit here with chest, you know, going up against a team that finished 15th last year and say, yeah, we're better than you motherfuckers. But even if we're better than them, I just think tactically Amorim is going to set up in a way that's going to give Arteta problems. Big problems. And I just don't trust him to solve it. The memories are too far in between of him making in-game adjustments that influence the game in a positive way for me. Like I have to see it. You know, I've seen Liverpool last year go down to 10 men at home, and Liverpool ascended in the game. You would have thought the other team was down 10 men because of a tactical adjustment that Slot made. I haven't seen that from Arteta in so many years. I have to see it, but it's gonna be a tough game. If I'll save the prediction for the prediction show that's coming up on Thursday. But yeah, man, I just think it's gonna be a very tough game. I'm not joining in the let's pray for United top gooner madness that we're gonna go there and circle. I'm here for it, would love it, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer, maybe a 1-goal edge either way. Right? It's not, if we would do win, it'll be a squeaky 2-1 nil. It won't be it won't be a Bilbao performance. Let me say it like that.
It's going to be a stinky game as well. We're going to play our football. They're going to play their football, and it's just going to be a stinky game. But hopefully we do go out of that as winners. But my thoughts, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think there's going to be goals in that game. But it is what it is. Thank you for everybody that was watching the stream throughout, in and out. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Jezza. Jezza, you got any last thoughts to say, or what you got coming up?
I just think, this is going to be a major test for, excuse me, a major test for Arteta now. I think this could be the point where it's the old saying, give him enough rope and he'll hang himself. Because at the end of the day, he's had everything he's wanted. Maybe he didn't want Grockres, he wanted Sesko. Big mistake, in my opinion. But I think if it all goes horribly wrong, Rashid, right, he will go. He will go. I think even the board are probably now saying, this is time. You've got to deliver now. We cannot afford to keep capitulating as you keep doing. So now you need to move it up and do the job. Otherwise, you're down the road.
100%. Hopefully this is the last season, BBK. You want to tell us what you got coming up?
Yeah, man. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., my daily football digest here on BBK Sports. So yeah, man, if you are subscribed to the channel, your notifications are on. You will get that content tomorrow. But yeah, big up to you for having me on, man. Big up to Jez. Always a pleasure listening to you speak, sir. Absolute Arsenal encyclopedia, historian, whatever you want to call him. Just such a joy to listen to Jez, man.
I get told by the wife you're just a boring bugger, to be honest.
Oh my god, it is what it is. But I love people. Thank you for coming in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you again, Jez, BBK, everybody in the chat. We're gonna raid Dan Potts' show. I think they're doing a roundabout. All the mandem are there, all the whole team is there. I think all of them. Kenny, I can see everybody, True Gooner.
Matty
You
is there
see
as well.
Matt's, you see Matty, Northside's there, DJ B and D. So go show some love. Show some love to Dan Potts. He's got a great show there. You know what I'm saying? Rashid Raid on the way. My people, Rashid Raid, remember that one. Big up to everyone that's locked in, and we're out, people. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.